Man. What a run. Man, what a run. I went on and knocked out 6 miles. I had to. Thankful for the run. Thankful for the work. Thankful for the dedication. That's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for the dedication that I got to put in on this marathon. Of course, it has something to do with loving, doing this. But to come out here and still work, still stick to the plan, dedication. Dedication is a major key, man. You got to be dedicated and motivated, but dedication, you got to be dedicated to it, man. You got to be dedicated. First of all, I want to thank everybody that's been subscribing to the channel, all new subscribers, everybody that's been coming to rock with me. If you ain't surprised, if you come rock with the channel and drop any kind of positive message or positive, anything that's good that can help anybody that come across these videos, shout out to you. Thankful for everybody that can come and give us some type of knowledge, right? That will always and forever be up on this channel as long as YouTube is still going. And guess what, guys? YouTube is still a baby. YouTube only 20 years old, so guess what that means? These videos are gonna be up forever. So thank y'all that come in and actually give value to the channel. We really appreciate it. I'm thanking you for everybody, because there's gonna be a lot of people, because these videos ain't going nowhere. So if whoever comes across these videos and watch them from the beginning to the end and get any kind of value from it, I want to thank everybody that comes and gives value on this channel. Y'all are God sent. So yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Coming from the south side of H-Town, it's your boy, the one and only Stock Sniper, out here putting the work in. Thankful that I'm able to come out here and put the work in. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me run even more. Be thankful, for the ability to come and put this work in. Not only the physical ability, but the mental capacity, the dedication. I'm thankful for the dedication that I got of putting this work in. Thankful, man. Thankful for it. Thankful that I'm able to come out here and put this work in. And more I thought about it on my run, the more I really ran farther. I know I said I wasn't gonna be, up my mileage until December the 4th, but today I felt really good. And guess what? I went on and knocked out the 6 miles. And now look, I'm on the walk down. Appreciate everybody, help everybody having a great Thanksgiving, which every day you should be thankful. Every day you wake up, you should be thankful. Not just on one specific day. But I appreciate y'all, everybody, that's been coming to rock with me. Everybody that's been subscribing to the channel, we really appreciate y'all on this. I'm barely about to be 2 years since I took this channel really serious. It's been 2 years, so I'm still a sophomore at doing this, but it's coming out pretty well, thanks to y'all. Hope y'all having a great Thanksgiving. OU, say thanks. I've been saying thanks all day. I thank you for coming in and rocking with me. I'm thankful for the people that take the time out their day to come rock with the OG. I'm just an older guy exercising, trying to stay positive, waking up every day, trying to make today better than what it was yesterday. That's all I'm doing, man. And thankful for God and the people that come on this channel and the people that rock with me in real life. Thankful for y'all to keep me going, to keep me in my own lane and in my own business. As long as you stay in your own lane and mind your own business, focus on you and what you got going on, guess what? That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. Focusing on you, staying in your own lane, minding your own business, and focusing on your family, and focusing on making today better than it was yesterday. And tomorrow, I'm going to try to make tomorrow better than it was today. That's how you keep growing in life. Take it from the OG. Appreciate y'all for joining me, man. I hope y'all having a great Thanksgiving. I hope y'all watching the football games. Of course, I'm training for a marathon, so I can't, I got to work out, which is great. But I know the Cowboys and the Chiefs are playing at 3:30. So hopefully I'll be able to catch that. I might, go live, and react to that game. But I kind of going live and doing my commentary like I used to, chat. If you've been with me before, man, I don't like the blowouts, man. It feel like it's a waste of time. It seems like when I'm not doing those commentaries and, like I do going live, it seems like it's a better game to watch. And a lot of times I get off topic, but it's okay, you know. But I thank y'all, man. I thank everybody for coming and rocking with the channel. I'm thankful for all the moderators that come in and rock with me. I'm thankful for the Don and Jonathan Davis that come and actually, put up with whatever's going on in the chat and help out, and help promote the channel. The channel has done real well in 2025. As far as people coming and rocking, people coming and expressing their positive thoughts as far as whatever's happening in the world and also what's happening in the stock market, to try to help everybody else as far as with to bring financial freedom to their family. And I really appreciate everybody that come rock with the channel. That's for sure. 2025 for this channel it's been growing, man. It's been growing. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Appreciate y'all. I mean, it seemed like to me like we got a lot in common. The people that come rock with the channel. Hey, appreciate the super chat. Bozo Kozo. Woo! Shout out to you, man. You are so amazing, Bozo Kozo. I gotta tell you that right now. For you to come in and support the channel like that, you just an amazing person. And I appreciate you for coming through rocking with me. I hope you and your family having a great Thanksgiving. Thank you. It's well appreciated. Hope you're having a great day. And I hope everybody that's coming in the chat is having a great day. BD626, where you from? I'm from Texas, a city called Houston. What's good? Bozo Kozo say, oh, it's all good, man. I can't complain. I come out here, ran me 6 miles. Now I'm about to walk another 1.25 miles on this great, amazing day. And that's what it is. I still got to put the work in. I'm training for a marathon. So I got to keep putting the work in. As we come down to the end of the year, guys, what we got to do, chat, is we got to mash the gas, man. We really got to mash the gas these last 45 days or however many days is left in 2025. Make this last month, make it your best month. And that's what we planning to do over here on Stock Sniper TV. Appreciate y'all for joining me, man. Appreciate y'all for joining me. You playing basketball? No. I am training for a marathon. I'm training for a marathon. That's what I'm doing right now. So I ran 6 miles, and now I'm walking another 1.25 miles. This is a show that I created called The Walk Down because so many people liked this that I turned it into a show, and we are just heading into season 4. We already completed 3 seasons completed in The Walk Down. That's the name of this show. It's called The Walk Down, and we about to get into season 4 on Monday. Season 4, episode 151 starts on Monday. Yes, chat. We've been doing this 150 episodes, and we've been breaking them down in 50 episode seasons, and we just completed season 3, and we about to head into season 4 come Monday morning, if God bless. So yeah, a lot of people like this walk down, man. A lot of people have started exercising. It has made me super physically fit. Why is that, Stock Sniper? Because I run 4, 6, sometimes 8 miles, and then I walk 1.25 miles, sometimes 4 or 5 miles. If you've been a part of this walk down and you've been rocking with me through the seasons, once I get on here and start talking, it might be 4 or 5 miles, 2 hours later, and we still on the walk down. It's all good for cardio. It's all good for health. It's all good for health. It's all good for your cardio. And it helps me train for these marathons. This is gonna be my third marathon. And this walk down, what I'm doing right now, and y'all coming to rock with me on this channel, has made it possible. And that because I was only running 2 miles. When I started this walk down, which is a year ago, well, over a year ago, but it's a little bit over a year, I started going live after I run. I was running, I think, when I started this, I was running a mile and a half. Yeah, I was running a mile and a half every single day, 2 miles every single day. But what I was doing is I would run and then I would do a cool down, which is a walk. But it was getting so boring to me that I was cutting my cool down. I was cutting it short because I was bored on the walk. So I started going live, and here we are now, 150 episodes in, and now I'm running. Now I'm running 4, 6, 8 miles a day, and walking a mile and a quarter up to 4, 5 miles every single day. And this what it has become. A guy that's running the marathons now. Matter of fact, I got it. This is why I'm doing this training. I got a marathon coming up January 10th. It's called the Chevron Marathon. And that's what we running in, guys. Hope you join me for the marathon. It's only like 40 days away. So, and I'm thankful that I'm able to come out here and rock with it like this. That's what I'm thankful for. You know, that's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for everybody that come rock with this channel. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for everybody that just sit back and watch. I'm thankful for that. Hopefully I'm giving some type of value, so you can better your life and your situation. You know, this walk down, man, a lot of people are exercising now, guys. A lot of people are exercising, and guess what? If I could get one person to start exercising, if I could get one person to stop drinking all the sodas, if I could get one person to stop drinking all the alcohol and liquor, if I can get the one person to stop smoking cigarettes every single day, if I can get one person to understand the power of earning, spending less, and making proper investments, if I can get just one person to start investing in the stock market so they can pass something down to their kids and grandkids, if I can just get one person to understand all that and put the work in and have the dedication to do all that, that's all. I'll be real blessed, and this channel, it has been a success. So this channel is an outlet, basically. And also, I got grandkids that look at all this stuff, so they'll always have something when I'm gone, because I am 52, if everything goes well and I'm able to still do this well into my 70s. Shout out to all the old school guys, man, that gave me a whole lot of motivation. Guys, it's a lot of older guys, 70 years old, 80 years old, are running in marathons, man. So it gives me hope that, hey, if I keep on doing what I'm doing, staying in my own lane, minding my own business, helping other people, steady trying to grow every single day, guess what? Hopefully God will have me where I can run in the marathon at 75, 80 years old or 70. Maybe I can still be out here doing the walk down when I'm well into my 70s. Shout out to all the senior citizens that are going to be running in the marathon on January 10th, the Chevron Marathon. Shout out to all the older school guys, because, a lot of people try to say you old. But guess what? Don't let them tell you, if you 40 or 50 years old, or even 60, don't let nobody tell you you old. Don't. Because guess what? When you 50 years old, you at your peak. You at your peak at 50, 45, 40. You at your peak. As long as you step by step every single day and developing your mind, body, and spirit and helping others. Instead of taking it day by day and make today better than what it was yesterday. Sometimes we have hiccups. Sometimes when we're in our 20s and, stuff like that, we make certain mistakes, but it's all about growth. Because at 50 years old, I could do the things I do, and somebody at 20 can't even run a mile. So you at your best when you take care of yourself, your mind, body, and spirit, and you do your best to help others. You at your best. So all you older guys out there, don't let nobody tell you you old at 40. Don't let nobody tell you you old at 50. Don't let nobody tell you that. Why, Stock Sniper? Because I see 70 and 80-year-olds running in the marathons. 70 and 80 years old. And sometimes when you're stuck in a certain position, your mind can't comprehend an 80-year-old running a 10-mile marathon, a 70-year-old running a 10-mile marathon. Some people's mind can't comprehend a 50-year-old running a 10-mile marathon. But guess what, guys? It happens. When I seen it for the first time, it blew my mind, guys. It gave me hope, right? Long as I do the right things and do what I'm supposed to do, and God wake me up every single day, I want to be 75 years old and still running in these marathons. I got 20 years left. That's exactly what I want to do. That's exactly what I want to do. And that's what it is, guys. Thankful for everybody that's been rocking with this channel. I'm thankful for everybody that's in this chat right now. May God bless you and your family. May God bless you and your family. And if you ain't as fortunate, I pray that God change your mind and renew your mind. And right now here today, you make the decision to say, well, guess what? I might be here this Thanksgiving, but next Thanksgiving, I'm going to be on a whole nother level. That means that you got to put the work in. You got to put the work in and make it better. And it calls with the renewing of your mind. It comes with the renewing of your mind and taking it day by day and wake up your dedication. You got to wake up the dedication. You got to have dedication. You got to be dedicated. You got to be dedicated to making 2026 your best year. This time next year, you'll be ready to rock and roll. That's how it works. A lot of people ain't fortunate today on Thanksgiving. But guess what? You can change. All you got to do is change the way you think. And listen to somebody that is fortunate. And listen, learn how to listen. You know, we got to learn. That's one of the big mistakes that we make. We don't listen. You know, and you younger guys out there, don't always be quick to judge the OGs. You know, you got to know what type of OG you listening to. You got to know what type of unk you listening to. Just don't be listening to any old unk and any old OG. And just don't think because somebody older, you know what I'm saying, that they old. Don't think that. Don't think that because you're running to an OG like me, you're running to an older guy like me that'll challenge you on whatever you want to do. And you'll be embarrassed, you know. I understand how it is, man. A lot of, you can't, if you 20, you can't see the 50. But that's because your mind ain't developed. Your mind is not developed, you know. It takes time to develop your mind. It takes time to develop. Some of us, sometimes it's the situation and how you grew up as a youngster, how your mentality and how you look at things. That's why it's very, very important. Parents, you got to make sure that you teaching your kids. You can't be worrying about bullshit and bubble gum, if that makes sense. You can't worry about bullshit and bubble gum. Who is your favorite rapper? I don't have no favorite rapper. I'm my favorite rapper. My grandpa is my favorite rapper. I ain't got no favorite rapper. And I advise you don't listen to what them rappers are talking about. You got it. Matter of fact, great conversation. Ooh, thank God for you. BD626. Thank God for you, bro, if you still in here. Don't you know what the rappers are doing now? The rappers, the rappers are saying that you don't have to be able to read. That's what they're saying, guys. Have y'all heard that on this internet? Now they're promoting to the kids that you don't have to know how to read. Now, make that make sense. That's why you got to pay attention to who your kids listening to and what rappers that your kids are listening to. You got to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Because now the rappers are not only saying it's cool for the boys, to act like Pookie and Ray Ray, and it's cool for the girls to act like Bonquisha and Shaniqua. You know what I'm saying? Now they're saying you kids don't even have to know how to read, bro. That's what the rappers are promoting now. You know, don't y'all know, in a certain community, most of the kids can barely read on the 6th grade level. Some of them lesser than that. They're not taking the time, the dedication, and putting the work in, and nobody's teaching them how to read. But yes, the rappers are saying now that a kid don't have to know how to read. And y'all know how it go. Once the rapper starts saying it in their music, once the rapper starts saying it, and Betty, somebody's favorite rapper, you know, somebody who they look up to, tell them reading is not fundamental. You don't have to learn how to read. Guess what? They ain't gonna want to read. That's the problem right now. Kids don't want to learn. You know what I'm saying? They want to know their favorite rappers, moves. They don't even want to know the lyrics no more. They want to be acknowledged by their favorite rapper, you know what I'm saying, if they comment to them on the internet. We got to get away from that, guys. That's why parents out there, you have to pay attention to who your kids are listening to, particularly these rappers. Because these rappers, guys, Chad, these rappers will say anything for a check. They'll do anything for a check. And guess what's happening? Now majority of these youngsters, young and old, it's some people that's 40 years old that'll do anything for a check. They'll say, well, shit, at least I got paid. They'll act all out of their character for a check on this internet and in real life. They'll do anything for a check. So you gotta pay attention to what your kids listening to. You gotta pay attention, youngsters, on what y'all listening to. Because now the rappers are saying you ain't gotta know how to read. Can you imagine not knowing how to read, chat? Can you imagine listening to these rappers and not really knowing how to read? Can you imagine that? Not knowing how to read. How can you do anything if you don't know how to read? So I ain't got no favorite rapper. I'm my favorite rapper. That's how it works. Now don't get me wrong. I listen to it, but listening to it and having a favorite and looking up to a rapper, man, ain't no way in the world I'm gonna look up to now one of these rappers. And my grandkids better not be looking up to no rapper either, cause all they gonna do is guide them to the sharks. That's all they gonna do. You gotta use it for what it is, just something to listen to. That's it. Don't have a favorite, nothing. Find somebody in your family to be your favorite rapper. Find somebody in your family you can look up to. And if you don't, then I pray that God, put you in the surroundings where you can have a real person that you can call your favorite person instead of a rapper. One of the worst decisions you can ever make is to start looking up to one of these rappers or having a favorite rapper. When they want to dumb you down. That's what they want to do. And guess what? They're getting paid to dumb you down. They're getting paid to dumb you down. You don't understand it now. You'll understand it one of these days, though. But they're getting paid extra to dumb you down. If you don't believe me, go look up when Meek Mill said that they get paid extra to make that music that they make. They actually get paid more money. Meek Mill's already told us that. Yeah, he already told us that at the NA. Hello, how you doing? Where everybody meet up at NAACP. Yeah, at the NAACP meeting, Meek Mill's already told us. Meek Mill's already told us that they get paid extra money to make those songs, to make those criminal songs. They get paid more to do that. Why? They get paid more because the people up the top want to keep the youngsters right there in the trap. They want to keep them right there in the trap. That's why. They want to keep you stuck. And that's what it is. That's why it's very, very important to be, it's hard these days for the kids to escape that. So as a parent, you have to be teaching. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you got kids, if you got kids in 2025 and spending majority of all your time on this internet, you know what I'm saying? You're missing what's really going on when it comes to your kids. A lot of people just give kids a phone, give them a tablet, and then go in a whole nother room and don't know what they listening to or what they doing. You don't want to be in that type of position. It's hard being a parent in 2025 with the promotion of how they are trying to get everybody to listen to this gangster rap music and how they're promoting it directly to the kids. It's hard, you know? It's really hard. That's why parents got to be on point, man. Parents got to be on point. If you got kids, you gotta make sure you on your kids. You got to make sure you are teaching. You got to make sure that you are your kids' mentor, that they look at you for guidance. Because guess what? If you got a daughter and she looking at Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion for some guidance, you're gonna have some problems. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got a son and he's talking like NBA YoungBoy, and all he wanna do is look at NBA YoungBoy videos, you're gonna have a problem. Take it from the OG, you're gonna have a problem. So you gotta make sure you're doing what you're doing. And I God forget if you got parents, they got kids like that, and they are doing the same thing. That's another thing. That's another thing what the problem is. You got parents that's 30 and 40 years old. They got kids 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. And they not even a mentor to their own kids. The kids don't look at them as a mentor. Their kids look at somebody else as a mentor. So then they can't tell their kids nothing. That's what's going on in 2025. And the reason why is because a lot of these parents are doing the same thing that these kids are doing. A lot of these parents are doing the same thing that these kids are doing. What is that, Stock Sniper? Watching Cardi B, watching NBA YoungBoy, this, that, and you know the rest of it, etc. They got parents that are 35 and 40 years old, or that it's in the next room doing the same thing that the kids doing. Yeah, that's what it is. And then when the kids go to school and act out, or the kids act in a totally different way, they can't tell the kids nothing. That's how it is. But I think that's it. That's my 28 minutes. I got 2 more minutes left. Chat. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Hope y'all having a great Thanksgiving. But the message is, as we come down to the end of this year, you got to finish the year off strong. And you got to get ready for 2026. Just like last year, the conversation I had in November. I'm having it again. I already didn't had that conversation. Now it's time to get ready for 2026. These years are passing by fast, guys. These years are going by quick. These days are going by fast. That's why you got to have the proper dedication. You got to dedicate yourself. It's hard, but it's easy at the same time. But you got to make your mind up. You got to understand, I run my mind. I make the decisions. You do what I tell you to do. If something come in your head and say, I don't want to do that, and you know it's the right thing to do, you got to have the willpower and the dedication. That's why dedication is so important. How many times you think that sometimes I don't want to come run? I don't want to come run. I don't want to do this. But guess what? I know it has to be done. And I've had this battle with my mind for so long, I know how to defeat it. So in the beginning stages, it's kind of hard to defeat. You just, don't be a quitter. Be dedicated to what you got going on. Be dedicated. Be dedicated to what you got going on. Be dedicated. Let's see. Beatty, if you still here, name 3 countries for an edit. Yeah, you got to be young. You got to be young. Well, let's see, did I? I tried to like that, but it wouldn't let me do it. Oh, there it go. Yeah. Had to use my other finger. You know, sometimes these phones go to acting kind of funny, man. Sometimes they go to acting kind of funny. Let's see, we got 30 minutes in. Well, I appreciate y'all for joining me, man. Once again, I'm going to go live again. I'm probably going to go live for, we got 40 more minutes before the football game come on. So I might, it just depends on what's going on. But I might go live for the football game and we can chill out and watch the Cowboys and the Chiefs. So with that being said, man, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. If I don't come back at 3:30, which it's a 50-50 chance that I'll come back. But right now, I don't know, but I want to come back, but then I don't. So y'all just give me a little time, guys. And when you see that notification, come kick it with your boy, the Stock Sniper. So with that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all. To the next one, I'm out.